Continuing on the custom card review streak, we're going to be talking about I think it was a Blue Goku and a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Yeah, a what if card, because I see like a Blue Goku right over there with the Vegeta, and I did pull up the 220% leader skill, the 220, I believe. So it's coming in from our guy Unknown, but before I go and read Unknown's custom concept, send me Dokkan concepts over to bhfcustomcards@gmail.com so I get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. I get all these recent and older Dokkan concepts out the way. It's been 3 weeks since I've done a custom card review, so I mean, first things first, we're gonna act like I didn't take 3 weeks to upload another custom card review. And second thing, this is this guy's first ever custom unit of 2025. I'm not gonna say when this was sent. I'm not gonna say when this was sent. Because if I say when this was sent, bro, I'm snitching on myself. That would basically be what I'm doing. Okay, so Unknown says, "Hello, Devin. How's it going for you?" I'm doing quite good, my brother. Good, I presume. You already know. Well, I have this custom unit I want you to check out, and I hope you somehow were able to find some time. Don't want to interrupt your work. Absolutely not. You know, you're not interrupting nothing. Have a blessed day. Likewise, brother. Likewise. Okay. Without like further ado, no dilly dally. Man, I don't say that a lot. We're gonna be looking at this Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta unit, and that's the intro for the LR Super Saiyan 4s right over there, right? I think that's the art from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie with that Blue Goku, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. If you created that, it's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. Yeah. One of the main reasons I wanted to read this card in particular is when I see you guys put like, yo, this card looks like it took hours. It had to have taken some hours, or maybe days. Like, this is like a card that you come back and do like what? Yo, it's almost flattering. Like, you guys take so much time to do this, and I feel like as if I just owe you guys to read your card, which is of course what I'm gonna be doing today. And don't worry, I'm gonna be getting to all the other cards I got sent soon enough. Man, I say that, but I am so bad at time management. Oh my god, I was supposed to do a live last week. Whew. Man, the thing is that I still have the thumbnail, so it's on the table. I have the thumbnail for the live. Anywho, let's talk about this two rivals from separate timelines, Blue Goku and 4 Vegeta, GT, of course. Super Physical, TUR. Inseparable Cooperation, Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Alright, so of course there will be no ID because this is a custom card. The what's it called? The cost? Team cost, something like that. Something along the lines of that. Alright, let's see what we got. This is the art. I don't know what happened to Vegeta or where he is now. Yeah, replaced by 4 Vegeta. This is dope. But you're too much of a threat to be left unchecked. Vegeta, is that you? Why do you have fur all of a sudden? Whoa, Super Saiyan 4. I thought Super Saiyan 3 was the last stage of Super Saiyan. Presumably. Release date. Release dates are displayed in UTC/GMT +0. So this is just like, just something that makes it look like I don't even know what do you even say to that, like, for the release date. It's just something that would probably would be on like on a wiki page or something like that. That's probably why it looks like that. Okay, so leader skill is Pure Saiyan's Realm of Gods, or Giant 8 Power, 3 Key, and 180% across the board. And the 50% of stats is it's a 230% leader skill. Yeah, it's a 230. Okay. And the 50% of stats goes to Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighters, or Kamehameha. So I did see the first line, and I was like, damn, let me just go ahead and scroll right back up, because I did pull this up before I started the video. Just off of the first page alone, we are looking pretty damn solid. We do have both of the 10th years, not the most powerful 10th years, obviously, that being the Vegeta and the Gogeta. I mean, yeah, hell, we have what? We have 5 out of the 6 10th years. That's already a good start. That's already a good start. Especially with these three. With the Vegito, Gogeta, and the 4 Goku. Yeah. And then we have both the 7 years down here. We have, who else? I almost hovered over Tech Broly. Could you still get some usage out of him? I would say yeah. I'd probably say yeah. Yeah, you could. Hell yeah. Yeah, both the 6-year Easy A's. Let's keep on scrolling. What else do we have here? Blue Goku, bro. Man, he looks so effective on paper, but man, using him in game, he just kills you. It's like it just looks so whatever. Let's continue. Let's just continue talking about the unit. All right, so the super attack, that being Kaioken Barrage, greatly stack attack and 100% defense 1 turn while doing immense damage to enemy. And the passive, that being Godly Might of a Battle-Loving Warrior. The base effects, 2 key, 200% attack and defense, as well as guard and a 50% chance to dodge, as well as giving Realm of Gods or Giant Ape Power category allies 1 key, 40% defense, and 5% damage reduction. So that is very good support. Not only are you giving that defensive support, that being the damage reduction and the 40% defense, but you're also giving that 1 key. That is nice support, just flat out. And for 3 turns, from start of character's entry turn, 100% defense, and a 20% chance to dodge additionally. And when attacking, 200% attack and defense. Nice. And when attacking with 12 or more key, 200% attack and a feather against all types, as well as launching a guarantee super. And when enemies attacks are guaranteed to hit, or when enemies attack are guaranteed to hit, 200% defense, and as the first attacker in the turn, 200% defense and an additional 30% chance to dodge before attacking. So this card can get up to a 50% chance to... Wait a minute. So can this card get... This card has guaranteed dodge. This card has guaranteed dodge within those first 3 turns. So long as they're sitting inside the first slot. They'll have guaranteed dodge before they attack. And after they attack, they'll have a 70% chance to dodge, because you have the 50% right over here and the additional 20% right over here. So you go from a guaranteed dodge to a 70% chance to dodge. And if the enemy's attacks are guaranteed to hit, so that's with the Blue Goku fight in mind, or of course that Jiren phase for that, I think that's the Goku's Red Zone? I don't exactly remember. Oh my god, I haven't been playing Dokkan as of recently for those fights. That would be effective for him, because of course that's an additional 200% defense, and that is obviously quite nice. That's 400% defense between him being, or them being inside the first slot. Yeah. And as the third or second attacker in the turn, I don't know why I read that backwards, a additional 20% chance to dodge and a guarantee super. And starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy, and meets up with 2% for Vegeta GT and can perform reversible exchange. So this is the Blue Goku part of the card. So the Blue Goku part of the card is going to be greatly stacking attack with up to... Only could do 2 supers. Yeah, Blue Goku can only do 2 supers. And Blue Goku has guard with up to a guaranteed dodge within those first 3 turns, as well as him being the first attacker in turn before he attacks. Wow, guard, guaranteed dodge before he attacks, and a 70% chance to dodge with guard after he attacks, while also supporting and getting lots of defense within those first 3 turns, while just having this 100% defense right over here, having 200% attack and defense when attacking right over there, while also being able to get up to 400% defense for just sitting inside the first slot. But if he's inside the second and third slot, he will still get that additional 20% chance to dodge. So that's a 90% chance to dodge if he's inside slot 2 or slot 3. And like I've already said, he'll have that guaranteed dodge before he attacks, and then gets that 70% chance to dodge after he attacks with guard, while supporting 400% plus defense. As granted, of course, the enemy's attacks are guaranteed to hit. Yeah. Which you're going to want to go ahead and get that active anyways, right? By running into those fights. That would have to be the first place someone would experiment. But, you know, if that is something that this card's not able to get up, then this card will still have high stats regardless. 200% attack and defense baseline, 100% defense right over here for the first 3 turns, 200% attack. I'm just realizing he has this. Yeah. So, assuming he's the offensive type, I'm just gonna go off the assumption of that. Let's go and see what Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's talking. I'm yapping. Isn't that what I always do in these videos, though? Link set, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Warrior Gods, Experienced Fighter, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and the active skill Patara Fusions. Wait, but we didn't read Vegeta yet. Let's just see what the fusion condition is. Performs a Patara Fusion that lasts for 4 turns. Can be activated starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. 100% defense and 10% damage reduction in battle. Once only, be it before or after reversible exchange. Okay. So that's 10% damage reduction as well as 100% defense for the rest of the battle. Nice. Okay. Just free. Alright, so let's see what Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is looking like. I'm going to assume that Vegeta is the defensive stacker. Going to assume. Whoever you are, I can sense you're as much of a threat, if not more, than I faced earlier. Wait, Kakarot, how are you back to normal, and why is your hair blue? No, why can't I sense your energy? Super Saiyan God Super Sai. I won't even bother saying the full name of it. I'll just call that form Super Saiyan Blue. Oh, you already did that? Kakarot? Okay. I have to read that, right? Because it's there. And he put it there on purpose. Alright, so yeah, he's the defensive stacker. So Goku is offense, and Vegeta, I'm assuming, is just the defensive stacker, right? Although, Goku doesn't have as many additional supers as I think he would have. He seems pretty balanced. Yeah, seems pretty balanced. Okay, anyways, let's see what we got for Vegeta. So, Vegeta, his super attack, Final Shine attack, greatly stacks defense and gets 100% attack in 1 turn. And his passive, that being Primal Power of the Saiyan Prince, the base effect term, can perform reversible exchange with Blue Goku, and he gets 200% attack and defense and 2 ki at the start of turn. With guard and 40% damage reduction, he gives Realm of Gods or Giant 8 power, categorize 1 ki, 40% attack, and a 5% chance to dodge. So unlike Goku, he's giving a 5% chance to dodge and 40% attack rather than Goku's 5% damage reduction, 40% defense. Okay. And he also has a 50% chance to crit. And when attacking, gets 200% attack and defense, just like Goku. Right. Yeah, just like Goku. And when receiving an attack with 12 more ki, 200% defense, and launches a guaranteed super. And as the first attacker in the turn, 30% damage reduction and launches a guaranteed super. Wow, so he's going to have up to 70% damage reduction with guard in the first slot. Yeah. And as the second or third attacker in the turn, 200% attack and an additional 20% chance to crit. Guard with 70% damage reduction. This man's going to be a beast. So this is... This is a really good unit. This is a... I gotta see the stats for this unit. Did I look past stats? I didn't. They're probably at the bottom. Okay, let's just continue reading. Alright. So... a link set. The only thing that changes is... what? So he gets GT, Saiyan Pride, and Saiyan Roar in place of... Warrior Gods, Experienced Fighter, and Godly Power. He does. Okay, it makes sense because of course he's a Super Saiyan 4 character. Active skill, Metamoron? I feel like I've seen this word before, but I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. Fusions. Fusion conditions. Performs the fusion dance that lasts for 4 turns. Can be activated starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, and 100% attack and an additional 10% chance to dodge for the rest of the battle. Once only, be it before or after reversible exchange. And then here's Vegito, and I'm assuming Gogeta's out of here. Oh, that's really dope. So, fusion dance if you're Vegeta, and Patara fusion if you're Goku. And that makes a whole lot of sense because, of course, Blue Goku, Vegito Blue, and then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Yo, this is a really cool concept. This is a really cool concept. Yeah, wow. Unknown. Great job, man. Great job. I'm glad I'm taking a look at this today. And if you go into for Gogeta, you get that additional dodge and attack buff for the rest of the battle. And if you go into Vegito Blue, you get 100% defense and 10% damage rush for the rest of the battle. So, before I go ahead and take a look at the fusions, I'm thinking Vegeta's better. Guard with 70% damage reduction is just bonkers. But Goku is no slouch because he does have stats to fall back on. And these aren't no low stats. This 200% defense is something that's going to be very helpful for him inside any fights that cancel dodge. And he's still going to have that guard. So, granted, you're inside a dodge canceling fight, he's going to get up to 400% defense. Just being in that first slot. With his guard. Now, could he take a bit of damage? The only problem is that this Goku could take a bit of damage. You'd have to go into Vegeta ASAP. You'd have to. I feel like even for that part for Jiren, is this guy getting mollywopped? Oh my God. Is he gonna? This man's probably getting smoked. I mean, of course, you're gonna go into Vegeta to stack up your defense a bit, and if you stack up your defense to a moderate amount to take that super from Jiren, I would presume you'd be fine. Because he'll have that guard whip at 400% defense for sitting inside the first slot for that dodge canceling boss. Yeah, Goku's no slouch, but I think that Vegeta is better. You can't push away guard with 70% damage reduction with greatly stacking defense. You just can't. You can't refute that. Especially in today's meta, man. These bosses get your ass up out of here immediately. So, Vegito Blue. But let me just go ahead and just say this real quick. I mean, they have put out a bunch of dodge canceling fights. But this guy will still be effective. Blue Goku, this fucker will still be effective. When do you get the reversible exchange? You get it on the 4th turn. So that's not bad at all. Yeah. Goku's no slouch. Yeah, we'll go ahead and swing back on over to him. And of course, you get the Potara fusion. Alright, let's talk about Vegito Blue. If you go ahead and just go back on over to Blue Goku, and then you get the Potara fusion. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so if you go into Vegito Blue, you get that 100% defense and 10% damage reduction for the rest of the battle, as shown right over here. And Vegito Blue, I'm going to assume, is very, very broken, because we love fusions, and of course, it is Vegito. He's the GOAT. Alright, okay, so I am neither Kakarot or Vegeta. I'm the one who will finally put a stop to your cause. Alright, in his super attack, constant kicks, greatly stacks. Slow down, Dev. 50% attack and defense in 1 turn while doing immense damage to enemy, and a 10% chance to crit in battle. And all allies get 1 key and 10% defense for 2 turns. That is a loaded, yet really good super attack effect combination. Absolutely. And the passive that being God Route. For the base effects, you get a Sensu Bean. You recover HP fully, of course, upon fusing. 4 key, 300% attack and defense, guard, 60% damage reduction, nullifies negative effects, effective against all types, and you give Realm of Gods or Giant Ape Power, categorize 2 key, 80% defense, and 10% damage reduction. And you launch a guaranteed super. Folks, do keep in mind, this isn't self-excluded. This is for him too. So he's going to have guard with 70% damage reduction while nullifying negative effects. He gets 300% attack and defense when attacking. And for every attack performed, 100% defense within the turn. And additional 20% chance to crit within the turn. And when receiving a normal attack, counters with ferocious power. And for every counter performed, 20% attack within a turn. And all allies get 10% defense. And for 4 turns from character's entry turn, foresees enemies' super attack. Wow. One thing I will say. For counter units. Counter units want crit chance built into them. They do. And this guy only does 1 super. This says launches an additional super attacks, but it doesn't specify how many, so I'm just assuming that's 1 super. So this guy is only able to do 1 super from his passive, and he could do up to 3, including his base super and his hidden potential. So that will mean he'll get up to a 60% chance to crit. I mean, if we just go ahead and look past his counters, guard, 70% damage reduction, nullifying negative effects, 300% attack and defense when attacking. He's that's every attack performed. He doesn't even need to do supers. True. Yeah, no, so even if he does get the normal from the hidden potential, he's still going to get that up to 60% chance to crit. This is still very good. Even though I'm nitpicking the crit chance, because counter units want crit chance, 60% chance to crit, we're going to take that over nothing. Bar his offensive ability and just look at his defensive ability and utility, he's ridiculous. For seeing supers, he has counters, gets up to a 60% chance to crit, plus his support is fucking nasty, bro. Granted, you fulfill the category restrictions of having those characters within the same turn, which of course this card does lead both Realm of Gods and Giant A power. You are a Realm of Gods / Giant A power character, you're getting up to 2 key. That's for every... This stacks. No? Additional 10% defense. So every counter performed, this card is taking those counters. This stacks. For every counter performed, the allies get additional 10% defense. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, Vegeta looks good. Only thing I will say, outside of this card being ridiculously busted on the defensive end, nullifying those negative effects, having that crazy support while being able to do that super to get up to a 60% chance to crit for those counters. I think all allies get 100% defense. Goddamn, is this, bro? Is the allies not getting enough defense? If you have normal attacks lined up in that first slot, are allies not getting enough defense? God damn. 80% defense right over here from the passive support. 10% defense right over here for multiple turns. And then 10% defense off of every fucking counter. This is what it's doing. You know... Wait, hold on. Let me hold on to that thought for a second. Fuse Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, and Kamehameha is replacing whatever links is inside the Blue Goku part of the card going into this fusion, and the active skill that being Final Kamehameha. Massive raise attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy, and all allies get 100% defense and could perform guaranteed crits for once within a turn, self-excluded once only. Okay, so that defensive boost and that guaranteed crits is for one turn only. How about this? How about we get rid of giving allies 100% defense, because, I mean, goddamn, we're already getting... The allies are going to be building up 10% defense each time Vegeto's fucking countering within a turn. How about we give him the attack aggro? Why not? Why not let him have all the attacks that get directed at him, so that way we can maximize him giving the allies, bro. Imagine you're fighting a boss who has a shit ton of normals. You put this guy inside the first slot, and you have him just counter. If there is 10 plus, let's just say there's 10 normals or maybe 15 normals being slapped in that turn, that's 150% defense within the entire rotation for all allies, including himself, because that doesn't exclude himself. So we can get rid of this 100% defense and just let this be attack aggro, and then him get the guaranteed crits, because that would just fix it immediately. Because don't you think he has defense for all allies? Yeah. So Vegeta looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Only thing that he's lacking is multiple supers, additional super attack chances plus guarantee supers. But outside of that, he's like, come on guys, he's pretty fucking good. He's pretty good. Now see Gogeta. Alright, Gogeta, what do we have here? So I am neither Goku or Vegeta. I am the hope that everyone cried for, the angel that descends down to rid this universe of its greatest terror yet. Super attack, relentless beatdown. Goddamn Gogeta. 50% attack and defense of one turn, does immense damage to enemy, and guaranteed to hit. 10% chance to crit in battle, so that's pretty much going to be procced once, right? And all allies get 1 key, 10% attack for 2 turns. So I'm going to assume that this card is going to be giving the offensive support, while this guy's giving the ridiculously globs of defensive support. Just outright. So passive Saiyan route, you get the Senzu Bean, 4 key, 300% attack and defense baseline, as well as guard, a 70% chance to dodge, nullifies negative effects, nullify attacks that are guaranteed to hit. So you go into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and you just completely blast Jiren, you blast Blue Goku, just 2 names to just throw out there. And this card is doing guaranteed crits. Wow, so Gogeta's looking already better than Vegito, just off of that, just nullifying negative effects and attacks that are guaranteed to hit. But do keep in mind, this is only for 4 turns. It's only for 4 turns, yeah. For both Vegito and Gogeta. And what else do we have here? Realm of Gods, or Giant Ape Power, 2 key, 80% attack, and a 10% chance to dodge. Okay, so we're giving 80% attack and dodge support. And launches 2 guaranteed supers. Yeah, this is what Vegito is lacking. This would help Vegito a lot. It would, because he only gets 1 super. I'm going to assume, wait. It's a typo. It's a typo. Because if he's launching 2 guaranteed supers, then this guy should be launching 2 guaranteed supers too. I'm assuming. Launches an additional super attacks. I'm going to assume this guy launches 2 guaranteed supers, because these guys are damn near mirrored. They're mirrored versions of each other. One being a defensive support / defensive type character, and one being an offensive bound character. Gogeta's probably better. I'm going to say that. Anyways. When attacking, 300% attack and defense, and for every attack performed, 100% attack within a turn. This is... And he gives all allies 10% attack, okay, for every attack performed, and foresees enemies super attack for 4 turns from entry turn. Fuse Fighter, Saiyan War, GT, Kamehameha, and Overrun Flash. Replaces the previous link set. And the active skill, Big Bang Kamehameha. The master raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. Guaranteed dodge for 1 turn, and all allies get 100% attack, and he does a guarantee crit for 1 turn. No, this is for the entire rotation except himself. Yeah, so all allies are getting a guaranteed crit and 100% attack. So I was wrong. So that actually hurt Vegito, because this is self-excluded. It hurts him. Yeah, man, it definitely hurts him. Whew. Yeah. I'd give this guy an attack aggro rather than that 100% defense. And let him do attack aggro with guaranteed crits for 1 turn to protect the rotation. And if you want to be haha funny defense, give him 30% damage reduction on top of his already up to 70% damage reduction. So yeah, I would give him 30% damage reduction, attack aggro, and guaranteed crits for 1 turn. Just for him. And get this self-excluded one, and well, keep the ones only, but get this self-excluded shit out of you, obviously. Gogeta is better. Guard, 70% chance to dodge, 2+ supers, ridiculous support. Only thing Vegito has, bro, this is just this shit here is, bro. If he had an attack aggro, oh my god, bro. Both are pretty damn good, but Gogeta looks better. Gogeta does look better. Gogeta does look better, man. He does. Because you're going to have all that stacked up defense from Vegeta to be able to take whatever super's coming at this card. Because he's gonna have that raw defense plus guard post super if he doesn't dodge whatever's coming at him. Granted, you're around the end of the battle, right? What is this card's stats? I'm gonna take a look. 13,000 defense. Is rainbowed. 17,000 attack. Okay, making a whole lot of sense. I don't know why. I thought the attack stat would be higher. But okay. W card. W card. I am in love with the concept. I love the concept of the what if Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Dope concept. Goku, the offensive stacker with guard, up to a guaranteed dodge before he attacks and a 70% chance to dodge at the attacks. He's the offensive stacker. Vegeta's the defensive stacker. Vegeta looks better, in my opinion. Guard with up to 70% damage reduction. Yeah, Vegeta looks more consistent, I would say. Goku's no slouch though. Hold on. Hold on. Because guaranteed dodge before he attacks is pretty goddamn crazy. Because it's adding on to the additional dodge chance. Also having that support. I'm giving Goku's credit. Goku's good. We gotta think about all the fights. Goku's really fucking good. And then Vegito. Vegito's issue. Vegito's issue is like he has the Unga Boonga defensive abilities that guard up to 70% damage reduction while nullifying negative effects, but he only gets one super. Assuming it's two, but I'm assuming it's two, but as it shows, it's one super. It says launches an additional super attacks. Assuming it's two, but you can correct me down below, unknown. Vegito's issue is it's the counters, no? Because you want to be doing, I mean, you're going to get as many counters as possible. Vegito's issue is that he wants to be doing damage with those counters. And he only gets up to a 60% chance to crit plus within a turn. Gogeta is like almost flawless. Fuck it, he is flawless. He's flawless. This nullifying attacks are guaranteed to hit with a 70% chance to dodge, guard, nullifying negative effects, 2+ supers. Crazy good support, obviously. He's giving offense support for multiple turns with Ki, as well as, of course, the offense support and the dodge chance. He gets up to an 80% chance to dodge because it's not self-excluded. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. He's crazy. While we're seeing supers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's godly. That's gonna be about it. Unknown. W card. This card is really, really fucking good. This card is damn near flawless. Damn near flawless. Great 230% leader skill. Right? It's 230. 180 plus 50. That's 230. Great 230% leader skill. I didn't even scroll through it a lot to check it out. Is it a great 230? Got you. Slot 1. We're not throwing you on the team. We're not throwing you on the team. Because if you don't dodge, you get turned into fucking just ground beef. My boy Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Oh, man. Your EZA is on the horizon. Trust and believe. Because if you're giving fucking AGL getting you a EZA who came out in 2022, why the hell is your EZA not out yet? It's just... You came out in 2020. You came out in 2020. 2021! Right? No. No. You came out in 2020. You didn't come out in 2021. Yeah. No, it wasn't bugging. One day before Halloween. Yeah. Okay. That's on JP, of course. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Send me Dokkan concepts over to bhfcustomcards@gmail.com to get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. While I get all these recent I'm leaving that in the video. God damn, why am I so... why am I so illiterate? Send me Dokkan concepts over to bhfcustomcards@gmail.com to get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. I get all these recent and older Dokkan concepts out the way. We're leaving that in the video. Like I've already said, leave a like and subscribe. Unknown W Dokkan concept. We're not cutting nothing out. Peace.